Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another SH Figuarts review. Today we will be looking at the kind of surprising Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku reissue. This Goku was announced for a reissue in Big Bad Toy Store. A couple months back I made a YouTube short on it, which was, again, a big surprise for a lot of people because no one was expecting him to pretty much ever re-release. Especially now at this point, because we are nowhere near the Majin Buu saga in terms of releases for Tamashii Nations. So, again, it was a very surprising turn of events. But I am glad that they did this because I now have them in my collection. So that way I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars getting the old one. Very, very old one. So, let's just get right into seeing what he comes with. Alright, so here we have the mighty Super Saiyan 3 Goku in all of his glory. So, this guy stands at a whopping, I want to say 6 inches with the halo. That's pretty good. Like 6.5, maybe 6 1/4 without the halo. Here's how he stands. That can happen. So here is how he stands or compares to the same body mold. Come on, stand, please. I want you to stand, please. Goku. Oh God, please. God, you were okay, dude. I'm not touching you. So this is how he stands alongside the Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the Broly movie. I'm pretty sure they have the same body mold, although this one is just a little bit more updated because he is newer. He is so old. I don't know how old he is, but I'll put the time when he released on the screen. And then just to compare him to a newer Goku, here we have Namek Goku, who released back in December worldwide. I think he looks pretty good compared to everyone. Namek Goku is a little bit shorter than the usual Goku, so it's fine. I don't think there's much of an issue with that. Still one of my favorite figures of 2023. But let's get these guys out of the way, and let's just take a look at the one and only Super Saiyan 3. So, in terms of, like, first thoughts, for a figure that is so old, I think he looks pretty decent. The only shading that I can definitely notice is the crotch. I don't know why they did that. It literally looks like he wet his pants. I don't know why they did that. And, like, there's like no shading anywhere else throughout the figure besides the hair. And even then, there is just shading in the front of the hair. Like, I don't understand that. That's a very bright light. Like, you can see the shading on the hair right here going across, but there's no orange shading throughout the whole mold, which is kind of interesting to think about. I know this Goku is notorious for just not being that good, I believe. I know he has a pretty bad reputation. He has the old, I don't know if this is a 2.0 body or a 1.0 body, but he has a very similar body mold as the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that I've already reviewed in the past, and I use for a lot of comparisons. In terms of, like, just aesthetic, I think he looks fine. Again, the whole wet crotch is kind of just it doesn't look good. I didn't even notice that until I actually got him out of a package. So I think that's pretty funny. The amount of shading is definitely questionable because there's shading here and here. Nowhere else are found in the figure, which is, I don't know why. Like, not even the skin tone. There's no, like, difference in skin tone, which is kind of odd. But besides that, I think he looks pretty decent for his age. I think the orange gi, the outfit is a little bit faded in terms of color, especially for a figure that is pretty much covered in orange. Like, again, just comparing it to the newer Super Saiyan Goku, like you can tell how much more saturation there is on this Goku than this old one. And that is to be expected. Tamashii Nations has improved a lot on their sculpting. And hopefully we get not even a reissued, just a whole resculpted, brand new Super Saiyan 3 Goku with like a Dragon Fist effect. So I am hoping that they actually do that. Now, in terms of articulation, I don't know how old Dragon Ball figures fare in articulation. Something that I will already just take off is the halo, because I don't want to break this. It seems like a very flimsy accessory, and I don't want to either lose it or break it while doing this. So in terms of the head, now this is worrisome for me. I don't know if I can take it off. Ooh, give me 1 second. Okay, I cannot take the head off. And I can see why. Okay, so to hold this much hair, I took off Goku's face. So this is a completely different face sculpt in terms of Dragon Ball figures. So this figure has a hinge. Focus on that. He has a hinge. And then a ball peg. I believe that's a ball peg. I can't take it off, and I feel like I'm going to break it if I do. So in terms of like movement, he could move really well. But that's without the faceplate in the front. With the faceplate, it's a little iffy, because I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen if you try to push it too forward. So also, I don't know if it's like super saturated in the video, but I'm gonna try to fix that, because my camera is a little bit too saturated. So bear with me. So in terms of articulation, it's alright. That's gonna pop off now, I think. So arms, let's move right onto the arms after I put this on. Very spiky hair again. So arms, they feel stiff. Butterfly joint, almost non-existent. You guys heard that, right? That wasn't just me, so okay, hopefully I'm not breaking anything. This was a very expensive figure for a reissue. He has the arm swivel, not too bad. Elbows. Could be better, definitely would be better in today's age. Again, I'm just going to use a brand new, almost newer figure. I mean, comparing it to what they are now, I think it's decent. I don't think it's too jarring at all, so that's pretty good. Hands, he has a ball hinge, a ball peg hinge, I don't know. Again, these names always escape my mind when I'm doing these videos. In terms of ab crunch, actually not bad, to be honest. It's decent, it's not the greatest. He's only going to get you so far. In terms of going backwards, also decent. That's mostly how did I just cut myself? I think I just cut myself. Whatever. So, this is how you're going to get him, because the hair is so heavy it's going to pull him back. These are very sharp, so I would definitely be careful. You can definitely cut yourself. Did I actually cut myself? I actually did cut myself. Holy crap. So, be careful with your Gokus. He's going to hurt you. So, now, moving on to the legs. I'm kind of worried of like just going further than this for the splits. I feel like I'm going to break them. So, in terms of splits, not really that good. Kicking motion, you're going to get a 90-degree angle. That's pretty much it. Butt cheeks. Also 90-degree angle. Not the worst, but it's sufficeable. Kneecap. Again, old model is going to have a lot of gaps, a lot of issues. So I'm going to not be as harsh, especially for just a re-release. See, you can see that. Now I have a cut right here on my finger because of the hair. This piece right here. Or this piece. I don't remember which one. So now, the feet. It's 2 ball pegs, I think. Yeah, it's a double ball peg. That's really good, and it's actually placed decently. That Vegeta that that I took a look at for just technically a re-release has horrible joints on the legs. So such a nice change of pace of actually seeing good feet articulation. And of course the hinge. It was back in the day, so it's not really good. It doesn't go any further. It leaves a very weird gap in there, so it's whatever. Okay. In terms of articulation, I think he's fine, especially for an old figure. Again, I'm taking this into account, like he's an old figure, so he's gonna not have the greatest articulation, especially compared to modern standards. But besides that, he does come with quite a bit of accessories, so let me just get those right out. Stand, please. Please. Thank you. Alright, as mentioned, this Goku does come with a lot of accessories, which again, I'm quite surprised. So, in terms of accessories, we do have 3 different faceplates. We have kind of like a shouting faceplate. Pretty much the norm on every Dragon Ball figure. Granted, as he is an older figure, he kind of does lack the detail that newer figures do. So, they don't look the greatest, but they're also not bad at all, because from some angles, like this angle specifically, he's going to have some really good shots. And we have, of course, the kind of grunting face. Also, I forgot to mention, this is like the iconic Super Saiyan 3 look. Surprisingly, there's like no just facing forward with a blank expression. We have the side-eye blank expression, but that's pretty much it. The main faceplate is him smirking, which is kind of interesting to just note, because you wouldn't think that they would just do that, but they did. And of course, he comes with the halo that I'm so afraid of just moving around, and I'm even afraid of having it here. So let's finish this quickly. He has 2, I would say, fighting grasping hands, 2 different grasping hands, like any other Dragon Ball figure. He has 2 karate chop hands. This is kind of interesting. We don't really see, at least I don't recall having this many, at least 2 karate chop hands in one figure. He has the instant transmission hand motions for both of these. He has both left and right, which I am quite surprised about. Normally we only get one, but it's always nice to have both, because you can always do 2 different hands. We of course have the Ki Blast hands and the fighting pose hands that he usually does when he's about to fight someone. So, pretty simple accessories so far, but pretty much the thing that actually surprised me the most about this figure is that he comes with a stand. So, this Goku comes with his own stand. Let me fix the camera real quick. There we go. He comes with his own stand, so let's move these right real quick. He comes with his own stand. I'm actually quite surprised about this, because not a lot of figures come with stands. So, the only other figure that I can recall that I have reviewed that comes with the stand is Yamato, which is a really recent release for in terms of Tamashii Nation figures. But I really like this stand because it's 2 long segments, and then of course the connector. There are some stands that I used myself in the past to just give more dynamic poses to the figures. And I will say, the ones that I have pale in comparison, because it's one really long segment and a very short segment. It's more so for like flying poses. But I really like the mid-long segment with the other mid-long segment. I think it just works better for more dynamic poses. And I think it's going to have a stronger grip. It's the same grip for both, so I wouldn't really expect it to just be, I would expect it to be just as flimsy as the one on the left. But I'm, again, just quite surprised about this figure. I'm pretty sure I paid $70 for this. I think he was $70, if not he was more. He was up there for sure. But in terms of this figure, I will actually say that he is pretty decent for his age. He's a couple of years older. He's very old. And again, I mentioned it in the beginning of the video that I'm hoping that they remake this whole figure in itself. Give him the same accessories, just give it not even a new coat of paint, like actually remake the mold for the figure. For example, the Super Saiyan Goku hair that they recently made for the buff Namek Goku. Give him that hair in just in Super Saiyan 3 form. I think that would look amazing. The Super Saiyan 2 hair from the San Diego Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, came out pretty much perfect. That one was a great hair sculpt. And I'm just really excited to just see what they can do with the Super Saiyan 3 hair, because it's going to have so much detail. It's probably going to be a figure that's upwards to $100, especially in today's market. So I wouldn't be surprised if, because of kind of like the beefier nature of the figure, because to be fair, this Super Saiyan 3 Goku is very skinny. I think that's one of the issues for this Goku, that he is very skinny and that he does not really showcase the strength of what Super Saiyan 3 Goku is. But I'm hoping, again, that they make a whole new sculpt for this figure and just release him as a brand new figure once they start doing the Majin Buu saga. And pretty much just, I'm excited to see any new figures, to be honest. In terms of rating for this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I will most likely give him a total of 7 out of 10. My reasoning for this is because he looks decent. A lot of the points that are bringing him down is definitely because of the aesthetic. The brown crotch and just the faded orange hair just don't really do it for me. And I'm pretty sure those were some of the complaints that people had back in the day. But in terms of articulation, he is pretty decent. It's your standard old Dragon Ball figure. There is definitely better articulation nowadays. There's still some articulation that can be improved upon, but I think he is fine for now. But yeah, I think a 7 out of 10 is an adequate number. Let me know what you guys think of this figure. Did you get this Super Saiyan 3 Goku? Did you already have him by any chance? If you do, what do you think about him? He's the only Super Saiyan 3 Goku that's ever been released. Now re-released. So, I think a lot of people are now going to have him on their hand because he is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So, again, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this figure. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. This should be releasing on a Friday. So, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.